How to set a limiter during mastering. Let's go ahead and open up our mixer, go out to our stereo out, and then come to our inserts, and this is where you put your mastering plugins. So I have a FabFilter Pro Limiter 2, and this gain knob is used as a volume knob, so my volume is set to positive 11.0. I want to exaggerate this so you guys can like get to listen to what is really happening with a limiter. So hello guys, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. So I want to show you how to set a limiter during mastering, because this, if you do not set this in a proper way, you are gonna get a very bad master at the end of your mastering, and you're gonna wonder why. So let me play this, and of course the volume exaggerated, and I'm gonna explain all this. So as you can see, there is a lot of chopping going on and limiting going on. So what a limiter does, it basically limits transients and those harsh or high frequencies. So a slower release takes time for a limiter to recover, and a faster one recovers very fast. What I mean is a slower release, this is a release, a slower release is set to this side, and when you set it to this side, it takes time for a limiter to recover like this. See what's happening this side? So it takes a lot of time for a limiter to recover, and if you set it this way, your master is not gonna sound nice, because some of those frequencies are going to be held back. Just see how some of those frequencies and dynamics are held back. So a slower release, bear this in mind, a slower release, this release, when it is very slow like that, it's gonna take time for a limiter to recover, and a faster release, this side is a faster one. A faster release makes the limiter to recover very fast. So if you want the limiter to like recover those limited transients or frequencies or dynamics very fast, then set it to fast. If you want it to be very slow and to like not be able to limit some of those dynamics, to pull them back a little bit, and set it to a very slow release. Now if you want a master that cuts through, then set the attack to slow. This is your attack, set it to slow. You just want all the transients to cut through, you want your master to sound loud that cuts through, then set this attack, this one right here, your attack, then set it to very slow, and slow is 10,000 milliseconds right here. Just pull it up to the maximum, and then set your release to very fast. This release, take it back to very fast. So if you want a master that cuts through, this is a lot of problem. This is a problem a lot of our producers face. They like set everything unknowingly, and at the end of their master becomes sounds bad, and some of those transients and dynamics gets chopped off or held back. Let's say you want a master that cuts through. This is what you do. Watch what is going to happen and pay attention, listen attentively, because there is going to be a lot of shifting in volume, and some of the transients are going to be held back. So when the release is on very slow and the attack is very fast, you will discover that some of the volume, the quality, the dynamics, and that quality just goes back a little bit like this. So now I'm gonna play it and set it to a very slow attack, and this is gonna be is gonna go to very fast attack. You'll see that the master is gonna cut through immediately. Let's go ahead. Did you get that? So let me take it back again. The attack to very fast, the release is gonna go to very, very slow. And suddenly the transients, the dynamics just go back, they get pushed back, the volume even tries to like decrease a little bit, even though it's just the dynamics that are pushed backwards. Now we want a master that cuts through. We don't want a master that goes back, like for example, a good example is when you like increase your bass during testing of your song. You realize that some of the voices go back every time the bass comes in, everything goes back, and you wonder why. It's because of the wrong way of setting a limiter. So what you do to avoid that, make sure that your attack is set to very slow, and then your release to very fast. And then that problem is just gonna be solved. So once again, your master is just gonna cut through, the bass is gonna cut through, everything is gonna cut through, and everything's gonna play together. Now if you want harsh transients or dynamics not to go through, and that is if you are going for a slightly smoother master, then set the attack to fast, and then set your release to medium or on the middle like this. That is if you are aiming for a smoother master. You don't want a master that cuts through. You can set your release on the middle, and then your attack can be on a faster attack like this. So what's happening right now is that some of those harsh transients and harsh dynamics or frequencies are held back so that your master can sound a little bit smoother. But if you want it to cut through, then you can do the opposite.